Thank you so much, sir, and to all honorable member of this August House, especially honorable Deputy Chief Minister, who's also a parliamentary secretary. Thank you. I will continue with my submission. In this 0 hours, I shall be briefing, presenting a few facts and raising questions on some key aspects of the report, which I consider are important and significant for this August House to be made aware of. Sir, I am going to hold my principle the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow, as I firmly believe that what black is black, what white is white. Mr. Speaker, sir, the general public have in the last week been informed through a press release issued by government that the report of the expert committee has recommended retaining the 1972 reservation policy in its present form. That the committee has records to show that a majority of stakeholders have supported continuation of the existing framework and that there are no compelling ground for alteration. As member of the state legislature, who have been given copies of the report of the expert committee, it is therefore prudent for us to go through the report and check and see if the press release of the government and what the report actually says is one and the same thing. Mr. Speaker, sir, after carefully examination, I find that one key aspect of the report that is worth questioning is how come the expert committee, while given its recommendation for retaining the 1972 reservation policy, has formed its recommendation on the basis that majority of stakeholders support these views. This aspect, which I'm citing in part 4, volume 19, page 4117 of the report. I have extracted this cover of the report, which was submitted by the expert committee. My first question is how come the expert committee did not make its recommendation on the basis of merits, as was clearly required by the terms of reference. Let me repeat, by the terms of reference. Why was it instead based upon numbers? Surely the task of the expert committee was supposed to review the merit of the state reservation policy and not to conduct a poll on who is in favor of retaining a 1972 reservation policy or who is in favor of change. Had it been known to the general public that the number of submissions made to the expert committee would be taken into account, then that would have been a referendum. And a referendum was clearly not mandated in the terms of reference. Let's come back again to a terms of reference. Seriously, if a referendum had been the scope of the expert committee, then I imagine the number of submissions would surely have been in lakhs. My second question continue with the context of numbers. Mr. Speaker, sir, I find the report finding showing statistic that 84% of representation are in favor of no change to the state reservation policy. On my part, it's highly objectionable and questionable, because I have examined part 3, volume 13 of the report, more precisely at pages 2608. up to 2625. And I find that the expert committee has taken into consideration 547 numbers of representation received either by letter or by email, but only 105 people in total actually turn up at the public hearings conducted at Shillong, at Tura, at William Nagar, and at Jowai, which means that...
Mr. Speaker, sir, point of order. Under Rule 49A, the Honourable Member has raised the 0 hour. It clearly indicates under point 49A that immediately after the question hour and before the list of business of the day is entered upon, any member who wants to raise in a matter of grave importance, which cannot be raised under any of the provisions, can do so, and confine his submission not exceeding 5 minutes, sir. So we have exceeded 6.5 minutes. So kindly give me ruling, sir. I mean, rules have to be followed, sir. It's not for everyone's benefit. Also, the Honourable Member will realize. We are governed by the book of rules, sir. Let us follow this.
Please, put in your time. I'll give you 1 more minute.
Sir, in fact, this is the only platform which I would like to express.
You can take part in the short during discussion also.
Okay, from my side, I have carefully gone through the submission compiled in Part 3, Volume 14, 15, and 16 of the report, more specifically at pages 2831 up to 3512. And I find a total of 260 duplicate submissions. That is, I found 152 submissions being in emails format having the same content, ditto from start to end. And another 108 submission in another emails format also having some content, ditto from start to end. Mr. Speaker, sir, to ensure that what I have just remarked about the detection of duplicate submissions is backed by verifiable evidence, I have compiled my findings of the duplicates emails on the Excel sheets with data of name of person, submitting address of the person, email, ID, dates and times on which the email was received, along with volumes, number and page number where such submission is contained in the report of the expert committee. And I'm placing the Excel sheet on the table of the House for open scrutiny.
Yes.
As surprise.
It's already
so just only
no.
just one more minute, sir.
In the short duration discussion.
Okay, then I'll just submit this, my presentation to the table of the House.